Well, good evening, Inner Circle. You guys are in for a treat tonight. I am so excited to be training with you tonight. Glam Squad has been handling quite a bit of training in Inner Circle, and that's been beneficial. I'm grateful for that. They've been doing an outstanding job. Just some individuals that I felt had something to offer, and I was right. So, would love to hear more feedback from you in Glam Inner Circle. Remember, questions are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is a new group for all of us, so we're still evolving, still training, still learning, and we want to make it good and worth your investment. So I'm glad you're along with us. I hope you'll stay on through the whole 90 days. There'll be a link in the group near April 1st for you to continue to stay on the group and get other people involved in being glam and amazing. As women, our lives are multifaceted. They cover so many areas. There's just so much that we want, that we desire, and I believe we can have it all, or at least attempt to do it, right? Tonight I'm going to be training you. I'm just looking back and forth at my notes to make sure that I stay on task and on content, some of the feedback that I've gotten in my other groups. And this is a glam light. We're safe here. I hope it doesn't blind you too much, but we're doing some things with it as far as production, testing out some lighting. So pay no mind to the sparkly things that keep appearing here. We're playing with lighting here, having some fun in Glam HQ for upcoming opportunity that we have. So this is how I do double. Inevitably, women always ask me how do you stay motivated? How can I get anything done? So tonight we've got bonus content on how to do double, how to do more. We all have the same set of 24 hours. I hope that you all have listened to the time management call, because I'll be talking to you as if you had. You got that as bonus content, I believe, last week. So this call will make more sense to you if you've taken the time to listen to the bonus content call, time management. That call was, I believe, in December or January, and it's just where I go over strategies for the new year, how to manage your time and meet your goals. Okay, so here we are, March 2014, and you're staring at yourself in the mirror, and you're being realistic, you're being honest with yourself, you're being very open, and you're asking yourself, why can't you get it done? Why can't you keep your word to yourself? Why doesn't it work? Why do the numbers always come back low? Why does registration slow up? Why didn't we make the money that we set out to make? Why didn't I get up and write? Why did I do this? Why not that? And inevitably, we all have to challenge ourselves to do better. Today was a review day for me. I actually had to lay out some things and look through some things to see if I even had integrity and was keeping my word to myself. So no one escapes it at any level. No one escapes it. I recently had a powerful coaching session with my business mentor, Monica Haskell, Pastor Monica Haskell. Phenomenal time. They're always very brutal, very honest. And I think that's why I'm able to come back producing so much more, because she gives it to me straight. And it's on an incredibly high level. And that's the push to produce. And then the accountability when we meet back up. One-on-one coaching probably would benefit some of you, because the push to produce and then the meet back up would actually make a better system for you than just you taking information out of a group and promising yourself you're going to get to it. So she said to me, we were talking about some spiritual things, and we were talking about poverty and not having enough money. People in the body of Christ not having enough money. Consistently coming up short in giving, and having a heart for God, a desire to do more, a desire to do big things, and an inability to create the resources to make it happen. And just talking about that, and eliminating the notion that God is cruel and that he gave you big dreams, gave us big dreams, big ideas, big desires to see things done in the earth and no ability to get them done. Just dismissing that notion and seeking and digging further to say, how do we get it done? How do we produce more, be more effective? Fund visions, multi-million-dollar visions. And I'm not talking about extra money. I've mastered how to make extra money. That is no longer an issue for me. Now we're talking how to make millions of dollars, how to massively fund vision, different things like that. So I want to get you to that level where you're thinking big and your strategies are bigger and they include more than you. So let's talk about how I'm able to do double, generate some of the things that I do. Now you can use this as a business strategy, as a promotion strategy. There's nothing wrong with having a job. There's nothing wrong with wanting an executive level position in a job. Many of the same principles, same tools have to be utilized in order to make that happen as well. So it's all the same. Now, number one, I'll just give you my 3 strategies that I use that I've been consistently doing for years, with some days off, but most of the time on, for years, that help me do double. And number one is simply this. Every day, I'm listening to some sort of personal growth, audio or video training. Now, my personal growth, audio or video training could be the weekly message from my pastor, watching someone's training video, listening to a training CD on a particular topic that I need to master as it relates to business, or reading something as it relates to business. Some days it could be all 3. It just depends on where you are in the whole grand scheme of things. If you're just getting started and you're working on your mindset and you're having trouble staying motivated and you can't thread together a few days of productivity, you're on, then you're off for a couple weeks and you're back on again, and then you're disconnected for a whole month, not sure, then you need to work on yourself. You need to grow personally. You're being too immature to be successful. You haven't developed a pattern of success, and you develop that through personal growth and personal strategy. And so that's with training. That comes with training every day. So put together a cycle of training. Now, when I first started doing this, I had to kind of let myself know what I would be reading. Now I have so much stuff in here around me. I could pick up anything and just begin to go for it. Now, this isn't your spiritual time. Now, some of you, praise the Lord, I know you're going to do that. Spiritual time, and I'm being very respectful and very careful. You still got to, when you're done with that and you receive your revelation and impartation, you still got to do something about your career and about your business separate from that. So make sure you don't confuse the two or count one for the other. You will continue to be incomplete and not whole in meeting your goals. So spending the time, the personal time training with the CDs, with reading, it helps you resolve. It helps your motivation. If you're having trouble being motivated, you haven't painted a clear picture of the reason why you need to get in your workspace and work. Every time I spend time ideating or going over my dreams or listening to a training CD or getting motivated on something, it pixelates the dreams a little bit more, if you understand what I'm saying. There's regular TV and then there's HD. You can see it clearer, more crystal clear. If you pixelate the dreams with training and get them more crystal clear. So I'll encourage you to do that. That has to be scheduled. That absolutely has to be scheduled. How much time you spend on it depends on how much you need of it at this particular moment. So if you've only got X amount of time to work on extras, you've got work, you've got this, you've got that, and you've got an extra 10 hours a week, I would probably tithe my time with personal training, 10% of any additional time that I have. And if you listen to my time management call already, then you understand about scheduling your time. Secondly, so that's the first thing I do to manage my time. This is time management and motivation. It doesn't seem like it relates, but it takes care of that place in you that's so comfortable that you go to, that it makes it okay for you not to fight your dreams. And a lot of you think so big, you dream one day of owning the company or being a VP or starting your own brand. These are big dreams. And if there is quite a bit of distance away from that and where you are right now, you won't see the benefit of getting up and going and doing a few small things. You won't connect the dots within yourself. But your personal training will help to deepen your resolve in order to do that for you. Second thing is identify energy drains. Identify energy drains. DRAINS. There's some things that if I get involved in them, if I get doing them, they just drain my energy, and I can't produce. I can't get motivated to do anything. I can't be excited and engaged when I'm spending time with family. I'm half there mentally with regret, like, oh, I should be working on this, I should be working on that. So I'm going to give you a few of the things that I identify as energy drains. You may have more, but I like to start off with writing things in threes, because if I make a list of 20 of energy drains, my energy will continue to drain because I can't tackle a list that big. I just can't. So energy drain could be, number one, a person. And we've all met Mr. or Mrs. Negativity, full of excuses. They're just a drain to be around. They're on your job, they're dreadful, and you wish to avoid going near them. You just can't do it. Then after encounters with them, repeated encounters, you find you may not necessarily agree with them, but you don't feel up to do anything spectacular and amazing after having encountered them. And so that's what our encounters should be about. And before you know what? I'm gonna make this a part 1 and a part 2. I'm gonna let y'all know this because I like to keep the videos short so that you can tackle them. All right, so I've got 1.5 down on this part. Stay tuned. I'll populate part 2 shortly, just so if you have to split up your time to get all your content in, you can do so, and you can be fully trained with bonus content. I'll talk to you soon.